Good morning students of class 12th. In the previous topic we have discussed about the basic concept of national income, that what is national income. In today's topic we will be discussing that what is the meaning of normal resident or what is the meaning of a domestic territory of a country and what is the difference between domestic income and national income. So first of all let us understand that what is domestic territory of the country, that what is domestic territory. See, when in economics we talk about domestic territory, so domestic territory means that it means the economic territory. Okay, domestic territory is defined as it is the economic territory of the country, not the geographical boundaries but the economic territory of the country. Now a question comes in mind that what is the meaning of economic territory? I said that domestic territory means economic territory. So what is economic territory? Economic territory means it is the territory of the government which it is ruling. Means it is the territory governed by the government. मतलब वो टेरिटरी जो गवर्नमेंट गवर्न कर रही है वो उसकी इकोनॉमिक टेरिटरी कहलाती है. सो देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन द ज्योग्राफिकल बाउंड्री एंड द इकोनॉमिक टेरिटरी. सी लेट मी गिव एन एग्जांपल इन ब्रीफ. सी इफ आई विल ड्रॉ इंडिया a rough sketch, so it is our India. Okay, it is our India country, and in India there are different embassies of different countries. Okay, in Delhi there is a capital city of India, Delhi, and in Delhi there are different embassies. Okay, one is of USA, one is of Russia, one is of Brazil, and different countries. N number of embassies are there. So they are not governed by India, no, governed by Indian government. It is not there. They are not governed by the Indian government, they are governed by the government of their respective countries. Like if there is embassy of USA, then it will be governed by the government of USA, not by the government of India. So it is not included in the economic territory of India, and that is why it is not said the domestic territory. And in different countries there is embassy of India. In different countries, like there is a country in Pakistan, also there is embassy of India. In the Bangladesh also there is Indian embassy. In the Sri Lanka also there is an Indian embassy. So they are governed by the government of India. So they are the part of economic territory of India. So don't get confused that domestic territory means the geographical boundaries of the country. It also include the boundaries which are in the Indian embassy, and it excludes the boundaries which are in India but they are of different countries and they are the embassy part. Okay, I hope you might have been clear that what do you mean by domestic territory. Now after domestic territory, let us understand that what is domestic income and national income and what is the difference between the two. So first of all let's discuss that what is domestic production. Okay, domestic production. Domestic production is said to be the production done in the country, and that is within the geographical boundaries of the country. Means the production done within the geographical boundaries. Okay, and by geographical boundaries I mean all over the India, inside the India, whatever thing is inside India in the geographical boundaries, the production done within them is the domestic production. It includes the production done by the different embassies in India. Means if there is a embassy of USA and it is doing production in India, then it will be considered as domestic production, and it will exclude the production done by any Indian embassy outside India. It will exclude that and it will include the production done. by the foreign embassies in India. So it is the domestic production done within the geographical boundaries of the country, that is domestic production. After domestic production, there is another aggregate which is known as national production. Okay, national production. So what is national production? National production is the production done by the Indian factors. It is done by the Indian factors. And when we talk about Indian factors, it does not matter that in which country it is doing the production. If there is an Indian embassy and it is situated in Afghanistan, then while calculating national production, we will add the production done by the Indian embassy in Afghanistan. If there is an Indian embassy in Bangladesh, we will add the production done by the Indian embassy in Bangladesh also. If there is American embassy situated in India, then we will not include, or we will deduct, or we will exclude the production done by the embassy of USA in India. So that is national production, means it includes only the factors income, means it can be said that the income earned within the domestic territory of the country, because right now I just said that domestic territory is a territory on which the Indian government is governing. Okay, so it is national production. Now let us discuss that how do we convert domestic production to national production, or how do we convert national production to domestic production. First of all, let us understand that if there it is a country and it is doing trade from other countries, then there will be two type of incomes. It will be earning or it will be given. First of all, there might be some income which it is earning, so it will be called as factor income from abroad. It is factor income from abroad, means it is the income which is earned by the foreign factors and they are sending it to our home country India. It is our home country India. Okay, and there might be some income sent by the factors which are situated in India, but they are not the Indian factors. Right now, just as I said, like there are foreign embassies in India, like if there is embassy of USA in India, so it is sending income, so it is said factor income to abroad. So it is factor income from abroad, it is the income earned by the factors which are settled abroad and they are sending it to India, and it is factor income to abroad, it is the income sent by the factors which are settled in India, but they are not the Indian factors, they are sending it to their respective home countries. Like if there is embassy of USA, then it will be sending the income to the USA country, not India. So when we deduct the net, when we subtract factor income from abroad minus factor income to abroad, we get a term known as NFIA in short, or it can be said net factor income from abroad. We get the net figure, so we say it net factor income from abroad, or in short we will be writing it as NFIA. Okay, so when we deduct the factor income from abroad, means it is the income earned by the foreign factors settled abroad and they are sending it to India, and the income sent from the Indian soil to the foreign country, when we deduct them, we get the net factor income from abroad, and it is written as NFIA. Okay, so while converting domestic production to national production, we will add NFIA, and while converting national production to domestic production, we will subtract NFIA. Okay, so now let me make it very clear once again. We are summarizing now that there are basically, first of all, we have to understand the concept of domestic territory. Domestic territory means it is the income, it is the territory which is earned, which is governed by the government of India, and it excludes the foreign embassy situated in India, and it includes the Indian embassy situated on foreign soil. Okay. So after that, domestic territory, there are two concepts of production, that is, one is domestic production and the other is national production. Domestic production means it is the geographical boundary of the country. All the production done within the geographical boundary means if there is the map of India, I have not drawn it very well, but if there is a map of India and in the Indian map all the production done within the geographical boundaries of the country is domestic production, and national production is the production done by the Indian factors, whether they are situated in India or whether they are situated outside India. It is irrespective of the fact that where they are situating, they should be Indian factors. Okay. So the factor income earned from abroad, the factors which are settled abroad and sending their income to India, and the factors which are settled in India and are sending their income to the foreign soil, when we do their net, we get the net factor income from abroad. And always remember that the concept of national production is wider than the domestic production. Okay. So when we will be converting domestic production to national production, we will have to add something, and that factor will be NFIA, and while converting national production to domestic production, we will have to deduct something, and that is also NFIA. Okay. So I hope that topic is clear, that what is the difference between national production and domestic production, and how do we convert domestic production to national production. Okay, in the next topic we will be discussing that how to convert gross, any aggregate if it is in gross, to net, or we will be converting net factor to gross. Okay. So till then, take care and thank you.